What is up, everybody? This is NerdingOutSports, and today, to hell with all that. Let's just get into the game recap, shall we? Because this was bad. This was really, really bad. The Giants lose again. This time, 36-9 to the San Francisco 49ers. In an embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing performance. I don't even really know what to say. Part of me is not surprised. The other part of me is just embarrassed and angry that we're getting the exact same thing year after year, the same product. There was really no positives to look at in this game. I mean, once again, the glaring issues on the Giants are showing itself. They can't block. They can't run the ball. Daniel Jones can't stop turning the football over, and it's a shame that he has no weapons around him, but at some point we're going to have to start looking at him and saying, when are you going to get going this year? Because we saw it last year. He can be very good. But overall, this is really bad. I said in my preview that this is a game that the Giants could and maybe even should win because of how they had played the previous 2 weeks. I'm stumbling on my words, but the way they played the last 2 weeks, showing fight in each of those games and going against basically the backups of the 49ers, this would have been the game that they could go out there and win, being on their home field and being relatively healthy, with the exception, of course, of Saquon. But you thought maybe that the Giants defense would be able to get to Nick Mullins and maybe stop their third-string running back, but no. The 49ers were very creative with the way they moved the football. And statistically, Nick Mullins had a fantastic day. He looked much better than what they were getting out of Garoppolo, if we're being honest. Mullins was 25 of 36. That's good for almost 70%. 343 yards and a touchdown. I don't think he came close to turning the ball over. I don't remember. I'm trying to blurt this one out of my memory. The Giants did get a couple of sacks. And to be fair, the defense did hold up pretty well early. Giving up a couple of field goals, staying in the game. And then, another Daniel Jones turnover leads to another field goal. And it was 6-6, and you're thinking, okay, if they can just go into the half and reset, maybe things will be different. Then they go up and give up another touchdown, and then Jones throws a pick, and it's just like, when is this going to end? I mean, they didn't run the ball as well today as teams have had teams have in the past against the Giants, but that's to be expected. They didn't have their top two running backs, yet they still almost ran for 100 yards as a team. McKinnon had 38 yards. Brandon Ayuk ran for 31 and a touchdown. Wilson had a touchdown. I don't remember how many yards he had. Ayuk killed us in the receiving game as well. Wilson killed us in the receiving game. They were very creative in moving the ball, and the Giants just couldn't stop anything. And once again, they can't stop third downs to save their life. San Francisco was 8 of 12 on third down. I think the sacks came from Leonard Williams and Blake Martinez. Like I said, early on, the defense was giving it their all, and then once again, they're just gassed. The 49ers dominated time of possession, had nearly 40 minutes to the Giants' 20. Yeah, it was 39-44. That was the 49ers' time of possession. 39 minutes and 44 seconds. The Giants had the ball for 20 minutes and 16 seconds today. I don't even know if I should get into the Giants stats, but I will. But it's not good. They had 231 total yards. Daniel Jones threw for 179 yards and an interception and a fumble. He was the leading rusher. If that's not an issue, I don't know what else is. The Giants cannot run the ball. Freeman had 5 carries for 10 yards, and I think Jones was second in carries, actually. But Jones led the team with 49 rushing yards. Slayton was a ghost. Tate had 36 yards. I don't know what the heck Evan Ingram's doing anymore. They can't move the football. They can't block. They're just bad. It's a really bad offense, and defensively they look terrible today, but I still don't want to put too much blame on them, but there's no excuse, they look terrible. This was a terrible performance. The Giants should be embarrassed. The fans should be angry. I don't want to be on that tank for Trevor train or anything like that. I still think that's insane, but maybe not insane, but I still think that's just a little too premature right now because the Giants have so many weaknesses. But this was bad. And as a fan, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat it. There's no positives to really take out of this game. None. Looking at the numbers, there's no positives. You cannot come out of this game. The last 2 weeks was a different story. Even with losses, you can take some positives out of the Steeler game and the Bear game. Because at least in those games, they showed a little bit of fight. Specifically last week, they showed a hell of a lot of fight in that second half. And you came out of that game like, the Giants could do something. If they can just put it together, they can be something pretty good. Maybe not a playoff contender, but, they can give some teams a run for their money. And then they go out and have a game that we've been all too accustomed to over the last couple of years. And now there's some talk about Gettleman being on the hot seat. And then, I've defended Dave Gettleman on here. I have a video defending him. I've tried to be positive with him. I don't think he is the biggest issue. But yeah, he has put this roster together. Basically, there's really no more Jerry Reese guys left. I think the Giants have, 3 players that were drafted by Jerry Reese? Or a Jerry Reese guy. The rest were all brought in here by Gettleman, draft picks especially. And I don't know if Daniel Jones is the answer. He hasn't given us any reason to believe so yet this year. Fortunately, there is still plenty of time for him to turn things around for him. I don't know if the Giants are going to win many games this year. I predicted them to win 6. And at this point, we're not going to get 6. Probably. But there is still a chance that at least Jones can turn his season around so we don't have to worry about are the Giants going to take a quarterback next year? Because at this rate, we're going to be picking in the top 5 yet again. Top 6, whatever it may be. I don't even... Today was an embarrassment yet again. And next week it won't get any easier because they got to play a Rams team that I don't know if they ended up winning, but they came back from down 28-3. So the Rams offense is on fire right now, and the Giants defense is coming off of this clunker against the backups of the 49ers. So, and it's going to be on the road. I don't know. I don't know what this team's going to do, how they're going to turn around. This will really test Joe Judge early on. At least we'll see if he can get these guys going in the right direction. But I'm mad. Giants fans everywhere should be mad. There was literally no positives out of this game. And this is not even really a recap. It's just me ranting for, 8 minutes and 30 seconds of anger. But, that sucked. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for listening and watching. I will see you all next time. Let's, try to forget about this one. Maybe, I don't know. Go Giants, I guess. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out.